Welcome back to One Step Sober. This is my second video. I'm John Auburn. We'll be discussing a comment made by Carla, well, more like a private message sent by Carla, requesting to talk about dating sober and how to structure your social life sober, which is pretty much the crux of abstinence. It's the hardest part. It's what trips most people up. It's why so many people in their first year relapse and drop out of AA and start to believe the self-fulfilling prophecy that they're just worthless alcoholics and they might as well drink because they're going to do it anyway. The hardest part of getting and staying sober is learning how to resist peer pressure. And most people think peer pressure is something that teenagers have to deal with and adults don't have to deal with peer pressure, but everybody deals with peer pressure. You go to the mall, you're picking out a brand, you're thinking about how your peers, your family, your friends are going to think about that purchase over a different purchase. So we're all prone to peer pressure. And in the 13 years that I've been sober, I've lost count of how many times I've gotten into discussions with people about why I'm drinking soda water, why I'm not drinking. Now, I find there's two types of people in the world. There's those that could give a rat's ass whether you drink or not. It makes no difference to them. They don't care what's in your hand. And then there's those people who have issue with what you are or are not drinking, which is odd to me because I don't care what anybody else is doing in a party or in a setting, you know, as long as they're dressed somewhat normally. I don't care if they're drinking Coke or Budweiser or whatnot. I just don't care. It's none of my business. I don't think about it. I don't care. But when I order a Coke or a soda water at a party, a lot of times it becomes an issue. And I've become accustomed to this. I know what it is. And I really don't care. And that's the crux, not caring. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to run around town saying, hey, check out Carla. She was ordering Coke last night when everybody was drinking beer. What it is the people that have an issue with it deep down have a problem with it. And the bar or the party is their safe haven. That's their hideaway from judgment. That's their hideaway from rules, from the boss, from the nagging spouse. That's their hideaway. That's their moment to wind down, let loose. And by you ordering a Coke or 7-Up or any kind of soft drink, you are, in their mind, indirectly judging them or even overtly judging them. I've experienced this. I don't judge other people. I don't care. Unless you're on the floor puking, you know, I don't care if you're drinking, what you're drinking. It's none of my business. But a lot of people who are still in their condition of alcoholism or addiction have a big issue with abstainers. So they're going to make an issue of it. And it's your job to recognize that and to either preempt it by pretending to drink, getting a soda water and sticking a lime in it and just making it seem like you're drinking, or being firm in your abstinence. You know, you don't have to get into details of why you don't drink. It's really none of their business. But let's say there's somebody close to you and they keep pushing. Well, maybe you're doing the cleanse, or maybe you've got a liver issue that you need to check out, or maybe, you know, I've taken it all the way to the point where I've told somebody that I got in a DUI wreck and killed somebody. And that was kind of an in-your-face to them. It wasn't true, but I did it to get them off my back. And I think that's the limit. You know, that's where a real alcoholic will finally step off when you tell them that horror story. They'll be like, oh, wow, okay, I'll leave you alone, I guess. But that's the crux of abstinence, is going to these events. When you go into recovery, you don't enter a bubble. You don't get on a spaceship and go to a new planet where there's no alcohol. There'll always be booze. The reason why there'll always be booze is because a large percentage of the population drink normally, and it's no different, no more detrimental to their health than eating too many hamburgers. But there's a lot of us who don't drink normally, and we have to abstain. And those of us that are still partying don't like it when we see people who have made that decision, because it's a reminder to them that, hey, there is the right path, and you know, those people are on it and you're not. It's not about piety. It's not about being a martyr or being holier than thou. It's just about getting your crap together and moving on. And a lot of people don't feel like they're getting left behind, and so they're going to do everything they can to tear you down and to get you back onto the path that they're on. And that's where this pressure comes from. You have to recognize that.